Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9. Can you believe that? Episode 9 of Teach a Trick. We're actually here in Wytheville, Virginia. We've shot some other episodes here, but we happen to be in Wytheville this weekend because Hurricane Florence came through Myrtle Beach just this week. Well, just last week. Here it is, Sunday now. We had to cancel our show at Five Star Venue on Saturday, but as long as everything didn't blow away or get flooded, we'll be back on the stage this Saturday, I hope. By the time you see this, that will be 3 weeks old. But in any case, we're going to do a trick in episode 9 that's rope. This is the first time we've done a rope trick for you. If you see here, I have 3 pieces of rope tied together at the ends. And in this effect, I'm going to untie the ends and actually see if we can make one long rope that's made of these 3 pieces of rope. So let me tie these 2 together. There we go. And on the other end, we're going to tie, let's see, make sure we get the right end. So we'll tie these 2 together. And so now you can see we've got, there we go, we've got a long rope made of 3 pieces of rope about the same size, right? But watch. I'm going to wind the rope around my hand, say the magic words, the knots actually come off. And now those 3 ropes have become 1. And that is 3-2-1 ropes. How did that happen? You're about to find out. So now let's learn how to do the 3-2-1 rope trick. I first want to teach you how to make it. This is just regular rope. It could be clothesline rope or whatever. So there's nothing gimmicky about the rope. Actually, you make it gimmicky. So the first piece, the long piece, that's what happens at the end of the trick. That's the big long piece of rope. I guess you want it to be about 4 feet long or so. It could be 5 or 6 feet even, but for our purposes today, we'll make it close to 4 feet long. It doesn't have to be exact. I also have some tape, and that really has nothing to do with the trick. It's just to make sure that the ends of the rope don't fray. So there's the long piece. Next, I'm going to cut off 2 really short pieces. Oh, they're probably 6 or 7 inches long. Actually, I may make it even shorter, maybe 5 or 6 inches long. And these are what become the knots at the end of the trick. And I'm putting, again, tape around all the ends to make sure that they don't fray. So we need 1 long piece and then 2 short pieces. I want to make sure the short pieces are pretty identical in length, or at least close to the same. And again, I'm taping up the ropes so that the ends won't fray. Okay, so we'll put those aside. We have 1 short piece, another short piece, and then the long piece. And we're gonna, oops, forgot to tape this in. We're going to arrange the long piece after I put the tape around this end of it in sort of an S shape or a Z shape. And you want each of the ends to be sticking out a little further than the 2 bends in the rope. Now we take one of the short ones and we loop it through the bend, and then same with the other short piece through the bend. And you make sure that the ends of all 3 ropes, there's another one without tape on it, sorry about that. There we go. We want to make sure that all 3 ends on each side are even. Like that, and you stretch them out. You can probably already tell the secret to this now that you see how we put the ropes together. So I'm going to hold that end steady while tying a knot of all 3 ropes right where that link between the short and the long one is on that end. And then we're going to tie a knot, see where the connection is, right where they connect on the other end. So from the audience's perspective, it looks like you have 3 ropes the same length. just tied in knots at each end. So it looks like a bundle of 3 approximate equal length ropes. That's how you make the trick. Now I'm going to explain the performance. Okay, so now for the performance of the 3-2-1 ropes, and it gets its name 3-2-1 because you start with 3, turns into 1, right? It happens pretty quickly. So we've made this already, I explained just a few minutes ago. So during the performance, you actually untie the bundled knot with all 3 ropes at the end, and as you're untying it, you make sure that you don't let the audience see that connection, and you hide it with your hand like that, and you let the end of the rope that is separate just fall down. So I have the 2 pieces that are connected, but from the audience's perspective, they can't see that it's really not all the same length, right? So what I really do when I tell the audience I'm tying 2 of the ropes together, I'm actually just tying the short length of rope around the long piece. After I've tied it, it looks like 2 ends are tied together. Then I just grab the other end, untie that big knot that's made of all 3 ropes, and once again, camera being the audience, I have the connection hidden behind my hand, but I'll turn around to show you what it looks like to you, the magician, now. Once again, I've got the long and the short looped around each other, and I drop the individual one behind the cover of my hand. From the audience's perspective, they don't see this, but I'm actually just tying the short one, once again, around the long piece. So when you show it after you've tied both knots, it appears to be, once again, 3 pieces of rope approximately the same length that are just tied together to make one long rope. This is where the magic happens. You're going to wrap the rope around your hand like this, but as you wrap with your left hand, you actually grab the short ropes, the knots, and you just slide them all the way off the rope and throw them up in the air, and you have really just one long rope. So to the audience, it looks like you turn 3 ropes of equal lengths all into one long rope. And that is 3-2-1 ropes.